Welcome to Super Easy Recipes. Today I'll be making steamed black bean pork ribs. Now black beans and pork ribs are a classic combination. It is a staple dim sum dish which is ordered in restaurants, but it is also eaten regularly in ordinary Chinese households. My mum certainly cooks it a lot because it is a super easy way to make the ribs tender and tasty, and I'll be following her recipe very closely. The black beans are actually fermented, preserved soybeans, and I got mine from my local Oriental store, but you can get them easily online. Now if you can get spare ribs, then use them, but I find that there's not much choice as my local butcher's closed, and I got this pack of pork ribs from my local supermarket. Now if you're interested in more easy dim sum dishes which you can make at home, then do check out my dim sum playlist, which is up here somewhere.
The ingredients you'll need are, of course, pork ribs and fermented black soybeans. You also need 2 cloves of garlic, sugar, cornflour or cornstarch, bicarbonate of soda, white pepper. For the garnish, I'm going to use some spring onion and a mild red chilli. You also need some soy sauce, oyster sauce and sesame oil. Begin your prep by removing any fat or membrane still left on the ribs. Then cut them into bite-sized pieces. The most important part when preparing the pork ribs is to wash them several times under cold running water, and then to soak the ribs in cold water for at least half an hour. This process helps make the ribs succulent and tender. In the meantime, prepare the black beans by rinsing them in cold water. I'm using about 2 or 3 teaspoons of black bean. Smash 2 cloves of garlic and combine them in a mortar and pestle with the black beans. You want to smash the garlic and the black beans into a paste. Once the ribs have soaked for about 30 minutes, rinse and wash them again in cold running water and drain them thoroughly. When the ribs are dry, you're ready to marinate them. I'm going to use a large mixing bowl and I'm going to add a heaped teaspoon of sugar, a 1/4 teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda, a 1/4 teaspoon of white pepper. I'm going to add the black bean and garlic paste, a generous lug of soy sauce, a little oyster sauce, a drizzle of sesame oil, and I'm also going to add a small lug of vegetable oil. Finally, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of cornstarch, and I'm going to give everything a thorough mix. Marinate the ribs for as long as possible, but for at least 20 minutes. I'm going to marinate mine in the fridge for a few hours. To prepare the garnish, simply cut the chilli as finely as possible. If you like it hot, you can leave the seeds in, but I'm going to remove mine. Cut the spring onion as finely as possible as well. When you're ready to cook, put your ribs into a serving dish that will fit into your steamer and sprinkle the chilies on top. Cooking the ribs is very simple. Simply steam for 15 to 20 minutes. Sprinkle the chopped spring onions on top and serve the steamed ribs immediately as dim sum, as a starter, or as a side or main dish. And if you want more super easy recipes, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button.